The same type of teamwork that they use in the military to successfully achieve their missions is the same type of teamwork they're going to need as a transitioning civilian in a corporation such as Merck.
This is Hiring America. Today we're talking about Merck, a pharmaceutical company making a solid commitment to hiring veterans. Here with us are two Merck employees who are combat veterans. Michael Baliko, a combat engineer company commander in the Marine Corps after attending the U.S. Naval Academy, and Kory Robers, a senior recruiter at Merck who served in the U.S. Army. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What drove you to a career at Merck, a pharmaceutical company? Did you ever think you would be working at a company like that?
No, actually, I did not. When I was transitioning as part of my retirement processing, I really did focus quite a bit on companies that were veteran friendly. And I found that my skills that I had learned within being in the Army, especially within the recruiting command, were definitely a direct translation to Merck and my role as a staffing consultant there currently.
Why do you think veterans make good employees for a company like Merck?
So veterans make good employees for Merck because they're definitely focused on the task at hand. They have a global view of the world as it stands today. And even their leadership attributes and things of that nature definitely parlay in well to the type of employee that we value at our company.
So tell me a little bit about your military experience and what brought you here.
Sure. I graduated from the Naval Academy in 2006. From there, I went through about a year of Marine Corps training where I became a Marine Rifle Platoon Commander and then on to combat engineer training. Shortly after that, I became a platoon commander and deployed with my Marines to Iraq. We did a whole host of missions in combat engineering as part of the surge to Iraq. I then came back home and was given the responsibility of leading a company as the executive officer. And at that time, we were preparing for the surge to Afghanistan, where we were pushing the Taliban out of Helmand province and giving that country back to the Afghan people.
What led you to your role in combat?
So when I graduated high school, I would say I didn't have a lot of direction. And definitely the military was something that appealed to me, I think, since I was little. I was also an engineer like Mike for the first 10 to 12 years and was deployed to different areas such as Bosnia, Haiti, Kosovo. So definitely a lot of time in the Balkans, keeping the peace and also helping them rebuild their economy as well. And that really, I think, helped as far as trying to help people once again on a global level. From there, I was actually moved into the recruiting command where I finished my career, and those experiences definitely parlayed into a meaningful career at Merck. So there was definitely some skill translation there as far as the HR staffing role that I'm in now.
You really needed something with meaning after what you had done in the military had so much meaning to you.
Certainly, yes. It's difficult transitioning out of the military and trying to find that fit. At Merck, we're not just pushing a product across a shelf or trying to make a profit. We're making medicine for people to improve their lives. Our responsibility as combat engineers in a combat zone was to clear the route for the infantry. So in of course, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, the enemy was using IEDs against us quite a bit. And so we would have to confirm and make sure that route was clear for them to be able to travel on. So my Marines and I were responsible for going ahead of them and very precisely ensuring that every place they would put their foot or their vehicle was safe for them to travel. So the translation to Merck very directly is that attention to detail is required to make sure that all the ingredients that we're putting together is right the first time so that medicine comes out and does exactly what we say it will, when it will, for our patients.
To echo Mike's sentiment about when he did come to Merck, our mission, so to speak, is so critical on a global level. And to be able to be a part of that really did fill a gap that was there once I did leave the military. And to actually see the process in motion and understand that what we're making is going to save lives, that specific product, that really did have a true and deep meaning for me.
Someone on a military base might be watching this or a veteran thinking, a pharmaceutical company, how do I fit in there? There are a lot of misconceptions, right, about working for a company like Merck.
Right. I think all too often people think of Merck and think that we only hire doctors or salespeople. And that's definitely not the case. We have a lot of opportunities, not only within manufacturing, but logistics, procurement. It's definitely broad-based because we are such a large corporation. I think the important thing for veterans to remember is that there are opportunities there And it also at varying levels of education, especially for maybe our younger veterans that only had a few years in the military, maybe didn't have the opportunity to capture that degree. There are opportunities for them to not only get a job with Merck, but to be able to excel and climb the corporate ladder over time.
One of the things that I noticed immediately is that there's just phenomenally talented and just very good people working at Merck. They're willing to communicate with you, answer your questions, and quickly they see that you bring something new to the table. So, grab their skills, you use your skills, you work together, and you can achieve anything. We are in the business of lives. So as a Marine officer and leader, the decisions I made impacted my Marines' lives on a daily basis and also impacted the lives of the locals in the area. And so as I made that transition, it was very easy for me to see a direct parallel. In Merck, we make medicine for people and for animals, and it's very important that attention to detail that I use in the Marine Corps translates, because we're absolutely focused on making that safe and best product we can.
One mistake could cost lives.
Exactly, that's right.
If people in the military are watching this and interested in transitioning and a possible job at Merck, what do they do now?
So the best advice I can give someone for a possible career at Merck would definitely be to go to merck.com/careers. Quite a large section of our careers webpage is dedicated to the military professional. There's a lot of resources there, question and answers, and also their ability to look for jobs. And that would be the most efficient route for them to apply.
Thank you both for joining us and for sharing this perspective about joining the pharmaceutical industry at Merck.
Thank you, Gigi.
Thank you, Gigi.